Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, for those of you who were looking forward to a little old man metal tonight, no, you're out of luck, because I did manage to find half of a pack of menthol cigarettes before venturing out for tonight's Metal Motel. So happy Sette de Mayo, everyone. I was totally digging that flange there in that tune. And I don't know, do they celebrate that kind of thing in Argentina? Because that's where that last jam comes from. Yes, it's Cubo Negro to kick off tonight's Metal Motel. And yes, some call this a radio show. Some call it a live stream. Some call it a musical podcast. And even some still call it an excuse. An excuse to light up. You know what I'm saying, right? Whatever. Whatever you want to call it, that's fine with me. But that song was called The Existentialist, which I, being the heavy metal wizard, surely can be at times, right? I'm sure we all can. But mostly I'm just a common spell weaver who on occasion hosts the Metal Motel, where the desert meets the beach. Live, of course, from So.Cal. And for our next selection, let's get down a little bit. Yes, let's tear down the steeple with Down. Does that kick ass or does that kick ass? It's the first track from the very last Down CD called Down 4, Part 2, called The Steeple, right here on the Metal Motel tonight. Of course, Down will headline this year's Milwaukee Metal Fest. Well, if you're in the Midwest on May 16th, get up to Milwaukee because you'll check out Down, do a show that I don't see really any press on, but they'll be headlining with Exodus and Destruction, Dillinger Escape Plan, Trouble, 3 Inches of Blood, and many, many, many other bands. Down just recently completed their tour with Danzig. I did see press on that because apparently Glenn had some anti-Semitic things to say. I did not hear it myself, so I don't know. But that was a great tour. Down with Danzig and the Cro-Mags. Hell yeah, man. That's some shit-kicker stuff right there. Cubo Negro kicked it off with the Existentialist. Of course, that's a band out of Cordoba, Argentina, which is in the center of that great South American country. It's from their most latest album, Los Mariados, which translates into I'm Seasick. That's right. Look it up. I'm the Heavy Metal Wizard on the Metal Motel here live in So.Cal tonight. We're going to fill every floor of our Metal Motel this evening with a great track, whether it be classic metal or something more recent. You never know what's going to pop up here on the Metal Motel. We'll say hey to Scotty out there and Bullet and Johnny Lasseter, of course. And who else is out there? I think Charlene. Can't really see my... when I'm here in the motel, it's a mock setup, you know what I'm saying? And I can't really see my monitor very well. It's behind a bunch of garbage. So I've got to reach over and check it out in a little bit. But for now, let's get to a little Death Angel. Let's go way back for the Silent Killer on the Metal Motel.
Struggles hard to get away, but it's all in vain. Vicious kill
double shot of Mark Acequedo here on the Metal Motel tonight as we do some Kerry King Band right there with Idle Hands, which is, I think, without a doubt, the most standout cut on Kerry King's debut album, From Hell I Rise, which, of course, came out last year with a whole lot of fanfare, and then it died off, as all current things do in the current world of overprocessing and overstimulation. But I went back and listened to that CD, about a week ago, and it stands up. It's a great CD, and of course, Kerry King will be making his mark, I guess, with Slayer at the final Ozzy Osbourne concert in the UK in July. And Mark Acequedo will be very busy touring with both Death Angel and Kerry King. So that's why we get a double shot of the man, the myth, the legend on tonight, as we did Death Angel, Silent Killer from Frolic Through the Park from back in 1989. It makes me feel supremely old. But then again, I am a wizard, so I'm ageless. It's the Metal Motel, live in So.Cal on this incredibly fantastic Tuesday night. Tuesday night, of course, being the loneliest night of the week. So that's when I keep you all, and especially you guys, keep me all company late night here at the Gotcha Metal channel. Another CD I went back and listened to recently is Tales from the Twilight World. Of course, we're talking about Blind Guardian, and here's a track, one of my all-time favorites, and I figured we would bust it out as, floor number 5 tonight on the Metal Motel. It's Traveler in Time. Hell yeah. because everybody needs some chocolate in their life, you know? It's only fair that we deliver it on the Metal Motel because everyone needs some baby metal. That's right. And can you believe, because that's off their debut album, and can you believe that's a decade old at this point? Are they still baby metal? Or are they adolescent metal by this point, right? You know, I think the last Black Sabbath Ozzy show needs baby metal on that stage. Covering something old and classic, you know, like Sweet Leaf or Snowblind or something. I think that would be fantastic. I really do. Hey, it's the Metal Motel on the Gotcha Metal channel. I am the heavy metal wizard. And make no bones about it, people, because I am loud and proud tonight as we are suffering our way through another gorgeous Tuesday evening about a mile from the Pacific Ocean in Orange County, California. And, you know, I read this awesome article in Vice magazine just the other day. It was a very intelligent and well-written article by a guy by the name of Stephen Andrew Gallagher. And it caught my attention because the headline was 5 most underrated New York hardcore bands. Lo and behold, Stephen Andrew Gallagher, he nailed it. I mean, 4 of the 5 absolutely belong on the list, and the 5th you can make an argument for. So I'll run it down for you just because I got to give the dude and Vice magazine credit where credit's due. According to Vice, the 5 most underrated New York hardcore bands. Number 1 was Outburst, great band. Number 2, Indecision, highly underrated. And number 3, the most impressive one in my opinion, is Judge, because you don't hear anything about those guys. But they were fantastic. Number 4 was Marauder. I don't think they're that underrated, but you could put them on the list. You could make an argument for Marauder. And then the last one was a real throwback, a band called Major Conflict that I've heard of, but I can't even remember listening to those guys back in the day. So Vice magazine, you nailed it, and I'm impressed. And it's very rare that I get impressed with an article or a list of underrated stuff. But this one was dead on. But I do have to add one band to this conversation. More of a metal hardcore band, but a band that I really dug was Ludachrist. And this is not The Needle, but it is The Damage Done from their Power Trip album. It's Ludachrist on the Metal Motel. Now that's what I call a well, crisply played instrumental metal track. Very rockin' from the Atomic Bitchwax from their Gravitron CD from a few years back. If you're not familiar with the Atomic Bitchwax, they are a power trio in every sense of the word from New Jersey, Central Jersey, Red Bank, I think, or Long Branch, or Asbury Park, somewhere down that neck of the woods, close to the beach, but not on the beach, like here. Anyway, Atomic Bitchwax, great band. And all their albums, I think there's 6 at this juncture, all of them have many, many great instrumentals. I think back in the early days of the Atomic Bitchwax, it was all instrumental for the first album, or maybe 2, which featured the guitar player from Monster Magnet, Ed Mundell, and then he left the band and was replaced by Finn Ryan from another great New Jersey band called Core. And at that point, they started integrating or interpolating songs with vocals. But we gave you an instrumental right there called War Claw here on the Metal Motel, live in So.Cal. Before that, what did we do? A little Ludacris in there, Damage Done, from their debut album Power Trip, from back in, 1988. It's all good tonight, baby. As a matter of fact, I'm so jazzed up from that last instrumental. We're going to slow it down just a little bit on our duty-free metal episode of the Metal Motel. It's Opeth. Let's go back to Damnation. Very positive track called To Rid the Disease. Yes. Opeth, Metal Motel.
There's nobody here. There's nobody near. I try not to care. Dead eyes always stare. Matters be. Don't trust what you see. Take hold of your time. Step into the light. This innocence torn from its maker. Still born to trust in you. This failure has made the creator. Would you tell him what to do? Leave your mark upon someone who'll cry for his state. We know it's too late. I turn around to see what was meant to be. Faint momentary. This innocence torn from its maker. Still born to trust in you. This failure has made the creator. So would you tell him what to do?
classic stuff indeed from Opeth. And yeah, I was just about to hit the Caius when this one popped up instead, so I'll send it out to Scotty. I hope you dig it, man. Little Clutch Circus Maximus.
If you wish to resist, from the fiery depths of the planet's core, the never sleeping for wonder beating unholy stench of the manticore. Produce your access pass. No photographs, please. Some of our guests are house at my say. Of a Scandinavian doppelganger. From the frozen depths of a forgotten fjord, the never sleeping for want of beating unholy stench of the manticore.
From back in the day when Clutch had a keyboard player, that is correct. Mick Shower was his name. Rest in peace, Mick. Passed away a few years back. From the Clutch album Robot Hive Exodus from back in 2005, and that is a fantastic CD. That's a full hour of jams right there. You get a chance to throw that on start to finish, there's not a bad cut. I think there's like 15 songs on that album too. Classic Clutch here at the Metal Motel, live in So.Cal, where the desert meets the beach. And it's about that time for the heavy metal wizard to bust on out of here, but we will get to one more classic. Oh, you bet. I'm still stunned because I was just looking something up about Blind Guardian, who we played before. I always thought the lyric was the morning sun of June, like the month of June. I'm completely way off, and I should have known this. It's the morning son of Dune, as in Frank Herbert, the Dune Chronicles. I mean, what am I thinking all these years? I am just, I'm failing my metal history right there. That's bad. All right, we did Clutch, Opeth, The Atomic Bitchwax, Ludachrist, Baby Metal, Blind Guardian, Kerry King, Death Angel, Down, and Cubo Negro for this wonderful Tuesday night edition of the Metal Motel. And it's about that time we head on out of here and we end this shindig with something that I think might be the most classic heavy metal song of all time. I say this on occasion. I know I get ribbed for it all the time. But this, I mean, everything about this last track we're going to do, it's a 10. The build-up, the riff, the crunch, the vocals. I mean, the vocals are just, more than a 10. The interlude in the middle, the guitar solo, the big ending. It's got everything. Of course, I'm talking about, at this point, you got to know, right? It's Judas Priest, and this track might be the greatest metal song in the history of heavy metal. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Victim of Changes. Good night, everyone. Wizard signing out.
Whiskey woman, don't you know that you are driving me
Once she was wonderful. Once she was fine. Once she was beautiful. Once she was mine. Changes come over her body. She doesn't see me anymore. Changes come over